Are you friends with Brad on Facebook? Yesterday he posted, I guess it's his wedding anniversary, so he posted pictures of like him and his wife and kids and all that shit. He posted his wedding picture. He had hair. Like,
so weird.
Oh, it's totally fucking weird. I mean, you could see his face in there, but you're just like, damn. I just wrote hair.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Oh, and the audio is on. Good day, everyone. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the news. Other than Brad having hair as a very interesting news story, we got all kinds of news. But before we dive deep into the news, good morning from Portugal. Weather.
We're still on.
All right, let's try this again. Apparently our internet decides it's not going to work, so if it's kind of weird, we're streaming from a phone. Anyways, as I was saying, now that the audio's on and everything is working, it's very humid here. In the like everyone has that weird time where it's like the weather is changing, and here it's like nothing good, like great weather, and then like this is the week where it goes from being tolerable, fun, yeah, it's great to live in Florida, to like, oh yeah, yeah, this is it's gonna be like this until October.
That is correct.
So all you guys that decide to vacation here in July or August, and we're like, what the
Justin decide to come over here next month.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro,
it's like
you need
March. February, March. For anyone that wants to come to Florida, which is totally inconvenient if you got kids, February, March is the best time of the year. December sucks. November is pushing it. Like, sometimes November's a hit or miss. December's always too damn busy. But yeah. Anyways, so let's check in with everyone to see what they got for weather.
Yeah.
Good morning, Pizza Dave. It's 50 and foggy right now in Vermont. It's the time of mud. We're drinking till next Christmas. It's a song. I don't know why. 71 today. I'll take it. It's been 65. See, there you go. Since September. It's cold. It's clear and sunny. 78 up in the Pacific Northwest where you just came from. Had a great time.
Yes.
Brad, Mr. Hare, Mr. Anniversary. Happy anniversary, Brad.
Happy anniversary, Brad.
50 and cloudy in Modesto. Today's high of 65. There you go. And Ron's checking in. North Carolina, 65 with a high of 76. And rain on the way. I know. We're all going to get wet today. As we said, hello from Portugal. Danny checking in from Chicago. Bang, bang. 55 degrees.
Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago. Bang, bang. Isn't a movie. Good morning, everyone. 60 and a high. 71 in Queens. Mary Lou checking in. Good morning, Mary Lou.
Morning.
Yep. All the funness. Get past all the crash. And yeah, we're back. Always. 61 and cloudy in what is CT? Damn it.
Kansas City?
No, it's a state.
I'm sorry.
Connecticut?
Connecticut.
It's got to be Connecticut. Okay, sorry. Dude, my brain is
Amy.
like... Oh, jeez.
You went to the doctor yesterday about your glasses?
No.
Apparently
I was
not.
late. I was late.
I can see.
And I called her, and my girl was like, yeah, we'll just reschedule you. I don't feel like waiting for you. I was like,
dude, you have an appointment at 6.
Oh, my gosh. Good
morning.
morning.
You get out of here at 6:45.
Good morning, Amy. 61 and cloudy in Connecticut. There again, the internet stopped working was just, it's enough.
Same as your eyes?
Yeah, as well as my brain is just, hey, for those of you that don't know, we steal all our news from this wonderful website called CE Outlook. We put links in the description as well as we don't cover everything because, well, it's always the fun stuff we want. And so if you'd like to know more or if you'd like to dig deeper, if you'd like to form your own opinion after reading said story, by all means, check links in the descriptions or just head over to CE Outlook, subscribe, and make things easy.
That's right.
We'd like to thank her and her team for doing their job so that we can steal it and do our job. So thank you. Thank you, Amy. Amy and staff. Amy and the boys. We can actually say Amy and the boys because she's got 2 dudes that work with her.
There you go.
There you go. So there we go. Hi from Detroit, 72. Thunderstorms. Dude, is it going to rain everywhere today?
I want to go to Detroit.
Why?
Because it's bang bang.
No, there's no bang bang
in Detroit. No?
No.
Oh, it's in Michigan?
No, there's no bang bang in Michigan. You don't need to go to Michigan, bro. I mean, if you want to go to Michigan, we'll go to Michigan, but I don't know why you'd want to go to Michigan. Super hot.
It's super hot.
Super hot.
Oh, look at her picture. Wow.
Good morning.
Jeez.
There you go. Fantastic. Mike says, good morning. Sunny and 78 in Boston, and I have plenty of new hats to wear. Oh, yes, he does.
Very good.
So I'm like, wait a minute, did we give him hats? We gave him hats.
Yeah.
We got rid of those hats. Oh, thank God. Those hats, man. Long story. Cloudy and 56 in north and central Illinois.
Fantastic.
Idaho, sunny. Justin checking in, 37 rainy.
What's up, Justin?
Best subwoofer of all times. Okay. We have. It was on the show last night, a hi-fi show. We were doing subwoofers.
Okay.
It was pretty funny. High of 73 in Detroit. I know. It's like, yeah. And of course, thanks, Amy. I know, right? Good morning. And how are you? And welcome to the news. So we got some news stories. Not a lot of news this week, but hey, a few. Some of you are going to be happy to see these, and others you're going to be like, I don't care. But that's the joy of the news.
So before we go, Edward, if you're just tuning in for the first time on the show, this show is just for news. We talk about the global news. But tomorrow,
Saturday,
we can answer your question
5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock in the same channel.
Instagram.
Yeah. Later on.
Yeah, today.
Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Oh, hey, what the heck? Why is it doing that?
I don't know.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay.
Let's try again.
I know, right? It's
all right.
All right.
Still.
Dude, that is not supposed to do that. That is so strange. It's supposed to take over. Okay. No, that's not it. What is happening?
That's good.
I'm just going to do that.
There you go. That's it.
We'll hope for the best. Yeah. Okay. So, JL ships new stealth box and C6 speakers. Okay. So, congratulations on JL, because some of you are out there going, oh, Garmin, doom and gloom. We all know these are already in the pipeline. Like these, we talked about C6 not too long ago, and it's a C6 three-way set now in an F-150 box. So the C6 we talked about late last year. They're coming out with the new C6 speakers. So we know that these things were already in the works before Garmin got involved in them. So they're just finally finishing the roundup, it seems like, which is cool. That's what happens. Same thing happened when Stinger bought audio control. Yep. Speakers came out like right away. That's because they were already in the works. They were already working on them. We already knew things were going to happen. Oh yeah, always technical difficulties, man. It's you think it was a Monday. Anyways, yes, yesterday happened. Everybody's social media and turned to JL and to Garmin, which we knew they were going to do. We knew they were going to. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But here's where this funny. Here's where the story goes funny. All right. So think about this. Did you see what year the subwoofer F-150 box covers?
2019.
Is it a 2019?
Yes.
Okay.
F-150s and F-250s.
Right, but what year is it?
So hang on.
It's right there.
Right here. F-150s, 2009.
2009 and newer. Okay, because
yeah.
nothing has changed. Okay, and then
the Super Duty's 2017 and up.
Yeah, which is there again. Same. Fantastic. That's when the Super Duty changed to the F-150 front end. So here's what I find funny in all this. For one thing, we built an F-150 box. Like they had to have had an F-150 box. They just repurposed it but this story reads like a story from 2010. Okay. Like when you look at these speakers with those giant passive crossovers that is still like, guys, are we not paying attention to any of this? Like there is the whole industry is shifting away from giant passive crossovers to break aparts, to just selling raw drivers. Like nobody's using these anymore. Like everyone that is coming out with a new speaker is trying to get as far away from these giant passive crossovers to make installation easier. Because if it's a three-way set, it's a tweeter, it's a mid-range, speakers in the doors, like there's no reason to have these giant passive crossovers anymore. And especially one that looks like the same passive crossover you've had since day one. Okay. And like how many of rusted piles of crap have we pulled out of doors or just road-killed massive poop things? These things are huge, they're big, they're heavy. Like nobody's doing these, right?
Yes.
So why? And they're expensive. I mean, don't get me wrong, they have like 3 levels of attenuation for the tweeter, 3 levels of attenuation for the mid-range. So they're totally functional. Like they are badass.
Fantastic, sure.
But that means that they're filled with components. They're giant. They're huge. And let's be honest, 2 of those is bigger than most of the amplifiers we're putting in cars nowadays. Why in the hell do we need those? So, and it's not like, don't get me wrong. Hey, cool. I'm glad they offer them. Make them an add-on. Put them in a box, sell them by themselves. Because I don't want to pay for them. Like if we were to ever do these, we're not going to do these passive. We're going to do them full active.
For sure.
Because we know the amplifier would be smaller. Mike, of course, chiming in as a JL dealer because they don't care and they ride and the ride is over. and you might in there again, like their amplifier, like they need to catch up. I feel like they're dumb. I would agree with both of those statements.
Okay. So yes. I understand, and I'm just gonna be the negative guy over here.
I'm the negative guy. I can't get more negative than me.
No, I understand, but keep in mind,
you're gonna be the more negative guy.
Yes, we heard this over and over. We are probably the 1%, 2% of the industry that does this active.
Yes.
Not everybody's gonna do it active because everybody's afraid of a DSP.
You're playing the devil's advocate.
Now,
yes.
If I bought it and I don't have no desire to learn DSP, I'm gonna run it passive, right? I'm gonna use my crossovers. I'm gonna play safe. I'm just gonna do power and done. That's it. So I feel as a company, you have to offer.
This is a $2,200 pair of speakers, right?
I don't know. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just feel
that's a $1,700 set of speakers as of today. Tomorrow, who knows what it'll be?
Yes, I just feel that these guys play safe. Right? The boxes are already made. They already have that.
Yes.
So it's not like they're spending more money into it.
Yeah, I know, but to me, that's just the whole thing is.
Yes.
Yeah, and there again, I like Mike and Ed are just having fun with this. Nobody's doing a three-way set passive.
Well, nah.
I mean, not that expensive set. I mean, you might do like some CT sounds or some stuff like that you got for $300. Yeah. A C6 is not on the level of a passive crossover. Exactly. That's my point. There again, price. Just giving it a reference point. 100%. I don't. You know, they're expensive. Okay, it's as well because I mean this is one step down from a C7.
Yeah.
So and it's one step up from a C5.
No.
Hey, we know math.
Now I'm just gonna talk about, for example, K2s. Right? You buy a K2 three ways, 100%. Still come with the
biggest
crossover.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, for sure. And we've got a couple sets of those.
That's my
because we're planning on building a house and we need bricks.
Morels
come either way though.
Now?
Yes.
Now they're shifting, right?
Yeah.
But they used to come with the bigger passive crossover.
Don't get me wrong, you're 100% correct. I'm not just throwing shade at JL. I'm throwing shade at anyone that is still making these giant, unuser-friendly passive crossovers.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, has these manufacturers update their product line.
I agree that.
These are things that need to be addressed.
They need to be upgraded.
Because we're not, I mean, even if I had to use this passive crossover, break it apart into 3 pieces. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Make it user friendly enough to where I don't have this giant box.
Well, I don't understand. Like, why not give me a crossover on my mid bass, give me a crossover on my mid range, and give me a crossover on my tweeter separate.
Yeah.
Every single one have a separate crossover. You know, as an inline crossover for the mid range and the tweeter, and build a crossover on my mid bass, so I can do whatever I want.
You can do candy bars,
correct,
all the way through. You know, and there again, if you're trying to be, I don't know where, you know, I don't, you know, there again. Yeah. This just read to me like a early 2000s ad. Like, we're coming out with a 2009 F-150 enclosure and some 3-way sets with a giant passive crossover. It's like, these are what you're going forward with. And you're right. You're right. A lot of the people are going to buy these and they're going to hook them up to a 5-channel amp. They're going to put some coaxials in the rear, and then F-150, and they're all going to be happy, and it's going to be great, and the world is going to be wonderful, and they're going to question why things don't sound as good as they did because they spend money on stuff. And it's like, well, I mean, Okay, so speaking of going active, Metra ships all-in-one vehicle-specific audio kits. If you caught the podcast this week, we talked about manufacturers making such as Sounds Good and MTI and at Absolute and Tom up at Musicar and all these other manufacturers that are making these vehicle-specific things. Rockford, of course, makes a Jeep kit like this is a Jeep kit. Now, at SEMA, you and I had the pleasure of listening to the soon-to-be-released GM version of this. Yes. You spent way more time in it than I did. Yeah. It's in the video. Yep. There's our cool brackets that we asked them to build. And the Metra partners with Vibe on this, and they're coming out with price point conscious is really the way to say it, because I was like, you guys are pricing things way too cheap. Price point conscious, full replacement systems, plug and play, you know, power wire, plugs, brackets, everything in the box. Which makes sense for Metra to move into this category. Yeah. Because they make everything. Well, they make all the pieces that we buy to put all this other stuff in. They might as well try to get in on the action, right? There again, they didn't put a 3.5 in the dash. They put a wide band loud tweeter up there, so that's cool. This is made to rip shit up and be a loud Jeep, so which is awesome. I get it. I understand. What's up, Arturo?
Hey, Arturo. Hey, always, buddy.
So these are out.
The new soundbar. So they have them.
Yeah. Well, they've had those for a while.
I'm just saying. So
yeah. So this is a full system upgrade.
Upgrade your new Jeep.
And retail on this is extremely reasonable, which is it's like right there in the top. I think it's like $2,200 or something like that. I mean, it's $2,100.
$2,100. So it's cheaper than the subwoofer box.
Exactly.
You're gonna buy for your F-150.
So, but there again, this is a very specific customer. This is going after. Those are like I'm gonna call them loudspeakers but pro audio type drivers in the Jeep, DS18 style. The GM is not. The GM will probably be more because it has a nicer set of speakers in it. It's more audio file grade. Yeah. Now the nice thing about this is it does have a DSP. It comes. You can download the tune.
Pre-tune.
You don't have to tune it. Metra is there again, getting into the all-in-one package. They've been working quite a bit on these. Like they had it at SEMA, they had it at Knowledge Fest, they had it at MasterTech. So they've been working on this quite a while.
Yes.
It ought to be interesting. It ought to be interesting to see where this goes. I kind of like the idea here.
I listened to the Chevy. It was, yeah, you know.
Yeah. Oh, no. Mike is right. They don't disappoint. I was upset because I thought they were too cheap. I really thought it was. When they told me the price, I was like, that's too cheap. It's too cheap.
Well, plastic is cheap.
Plastic is cheap.
Not anymore, but it's
going
to be.
Not anymore.
Be careful what you're wishing, because now.
Yeah, so like I said, it's 21, about $2,200. So stay tuned for more to come on this one. Congratulations, Metra, for finally getting these things off into the market, which I'm sure with the next story, the price that they're currently saying was going to be destroyed. But hey, some suppliers start raising prices. As we've said on other things, May 1st is the day of reckoning, so to speak. Yeah. Tariffs are here. They're queer, and they're going to do things.
Where are they?
Listen, I understand. I'm not okay. Let me rephrase that. I'm not even going to pretend to understand what the heck is going on. This is so outside of my how I like to spend my life as far as educating myself on things. I'm a simple guy. I like car audio. I like remote control cars. I dig Legos, and I like watching movies and spending time with my family.
Sounds pretty good.
This whole world and the way it is, I'm getting so much COVID vibe here. It's hurting my head. The desperation and the feeling of dread is overwhelming. Mm-hmm. What we've seen in price increases that are coming and products that are discontinued and just general like across the board is, it's hard to believe is really what it comes down to. I don't understand it. And as I said, and I just, to me, it's like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So hopefully I have to put my faith in that there's a bigger plan here and that everything is going to work themselves out. Click it.
So
coming on the other story, we did 3 separate crossovers in the Black Series. Actually got lots of pushback for it.
Were we?
Were we?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know, right? You were early. Hey, and the guy that does it first is always the one that gets the most crap.
Yeah.
Because people don't understand it. And there again, it is what it is. If you want to display your crossovers, then you're in luck. You're going to have cool stuff. So there again, tariffs, they are what they are. You can expect a bunch of price increases rolling around here in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
As well as later in the summer, depending on inventory goes. Mixed reviews as far as what retailers / distributors / manufacturers are doing. In some cases, manufacturers has ceased ordering. Some manufacturing facilities have stopped taking orders because they're afraid they're not going to get paid. It's just general craziness. And of course, the shipping prices have gone up. And it's just nuts. And when you look at a distributor, some distributors are stocking up and buying tons of equipment. Others are like, hey, look, man, I don't want to get stuck with stuff. Mm-hmm. Some retailers are the same way. Dave Wall.
Dave Wall from Freeman's.
Yeah, was quoted and like, dude, we got to be smart about this. But there again, this isn't COVID. In COVID, everybody had money and they didn't have anything to spend it on. And this one, nobody has money. And everything is more expensive. So this is just going to be weird. And we'll just kind of have to wait and see how it plays out. What I can say is that the feel is that most people are hoping that sometimes by like the summer, this will be figured out. I doubt it. I just don't see it.
It has to be, man, because...
Yeah, and there again, I feel like most people are
refuse to buy.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Because there again, it's not like people have money now. Economy sucks.
No, because if you have your customer a month ago, they came for a quote and it's like, hey man, this is how much it costs, and now he's gonna come back a month later.
Now could be 100% more,
and it's gonna be instead of like $3,000, it's gonna be $6,000, and it's like, what? Yeah, it's insane.
So the humor in all this. And I don't mean that in haha. I mean like irony is. Yesterday we were talking, and one of the things that I was telling Fernando, I was like, dude, you know what you want to get Junior for Christmas? Because toys, which are primarily made in Japan, China.
Santa Claus has tariffs too.
At the North Pole, toy production is going to be diminished greatly. And a lot of these orders, just like they are for the 12 volt, are being canceled. Someone's having a bad day.
Oh, let me tell you, dude. Really bad day.
Yeah, apparently.
I was there.
That seems pretty new. Anyways, so if you want your little ones to have a wonderful Christmas, you may want to look at some of those Christmas presents that today. If you can buy them today and stash them away, you might want to do that. There again, I don't know what's important to you, a bag of Doritos or a toy. I don't know,
Doritos,
but
I think
it's just something to think about as we live in the car stereo world. Car stereo is not the only thing that's going to be affected by this. It is going to be the rest. Eggs aren't just $10 anymore. Last, DD Audio introduced power subwoofer enclosures. So the reason why, I don't really care about DD Audio introducing a new subwoofer enclosure. Recently this week, we were working on the RV. We went live. Everyone got to hear the P312 from Rockford.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh my God, this thing is a ton of bricks. It's loud. It's impressive. And you wouldn't be wrong. And that's why we always promote it.
Hey, Gary. Good morning, buddy.
The thing that I find funny is that for some reason, everybody, with the exception of Rockford, and some that I haven't seen, I'm sure, but most of the people that design these subwoofer enclosures that have amplifiers all design them wrong.
Yes.
They need to be serviceable, they need to be removable, and they need to not be like an amplifier mounted on the side of the box. And when you look at this guy here, it has a power, ground, and accessory that are, like right there. So I am hardwiring into this amplifier so that if the customer ever wants to take it out, they got to pull the whole thing apart.
Yeah.
A set of RCAs, which RCAs are the most flimsy. Oh, wrong button. Oh my gosh.
Wrong button.
I know. It's like I know. I'm working on it.
Press the one.
It's one of these. RCAs are the most flimsy things. And how many times does somebody put one of these in? They put the RCAs in and they break off inside of the box.
Yeah. They touch the wires, they blew the fuse on the front.
It's like God forbid, guys. Like we all want to be cool, but could you put like 10 seconds of effort into making one of these that doesn't suck for installation?
For me, hey, listen, Rockford figured it out how to build a power sub.
Yeah, oh for sure.
3 plugs. You got your base knob, you input, and power.
Now to be fair, Kicker, with their new downfiring amplified enclosures, they use all the power plugs.
Yeah.
So, they copied the idea, like these things need to come out.
Yeah.
Somebody might want to actually, I don't know, take out the subwoofer. So they need to easily unplug. So you come out with this piece of crap and you put an amp, like you're putting no effort into this. And that it looks like crap.
Yeah.
And there again, I'm not picking on DD Audio. I'm picking on anybody that designs their amplified subwoofer enclosures like this. Now, the other thing, so people ask, why is the P300 so amazing? Because it's actually one system. It's very Bose centric in the fact that the subwoofer and the amplifier are uniquely built to go together. It's not just some random ass subwoofer in your product line and a random ass subwoofer amplifier that they screw to the side of it and put it in a box and hope to God it works.
Yeah.
It's specifically designed to do what it does. It's a unique package. So that woofer doesn't exist in the line anywhere else. We know who built it. She's really cool.
She's really cool.
And the amplifier technology, it's all, it's boosted rail. It's just neat. But the thing that makes it awesome is it's very serviceable and very user friendly. And the guy can just pull the stuff out, take it out of the car. This, man, like if some guy's got to go traveling, he's an emergency, like here, hurricane comes, I'm not taking my sub. I need room for my kids' crap. I'm over there and I'm blowing fuses and just.
Hopefully it comes with a grill,
Whoa, slow down.
Oh, no.
What do you need a grill for, man?
But no, hey.
Yeah, Weber fan, definitely. So anyways, not picking on them, just merely picking on the process of building one of these. If you're not going to build it to where it's right, man, just put it back on the shelf, bro. You're trying to get some of that money. I get it. Put 10 more minutes of thought into it and realize who the person is that's buying this and I don't know, build it properly. And if DD Audio, you're watching this, I apologize. I don't mean to pick on you guys. I feel like if you would have put 10 more minutes of thought into this and actually made it so that it doesn't suck to install and suck to take out, like think about your customers. God forbid. Why would you not do that? So,
right.
But I understand. I don't understand. Lots of things in the show that just don't understand. Ooh, dirt.
They don't.
I don't understand. So, hey, guess what? That's the show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow is Saturday, which means we'll be doing Q&A at 5:00. Monday we'll be back, and then that's it for the week. I'm going just like he was gone last week, so I'm going to take off. And
me too.
You'll be here working. You'll get to go home early on Saturday. So there'll be no Saturday show. There will be the following Monday show, and also coming up next month, middle of the month. We're going to have Gary Bell, the famed Gary Bell, good friend of the show, good friend of ours. He's coming in. He works for Stinger. He's going to be here at the mothership. So he's like, hey, man, can I come in? We're like, of course. We'd love to have you in. So we're going to have Gary L. He's also Gary Bell. He also does a podcast with Matt Schaefer called The Old Fashioned Podcast. You guys haven't listened to that. It's great. It's a great way to introduce yourself to him. It'll be awesome to have him in here. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but he's a plethora of knowledge. And
he has plenty.
Yeah, so it ought to be fun. It's the first time live on the show, or on the show, period. I think so. It'll be really cool. Can't wait for that. I'll give you dates. It's the middle of next month, so it's like a Thursday or something.
Yeah,
so it'll be an oddball show
later today, and we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, it'll be an
5
oddball
minutes with 5-star.
Yeah, we'll as it gets closer. It'll be an oddball show so that we won't affect the Q&A portion of it. So it'll just be like a bonus show. It is on a Thursday, so talk about the good old days in the 90s. We did that last weekend. I don't want to do that again. Don't get me wrong. There's no way to have Gary on and not have him talk a little bit about building the Sinister Six and some of the other things that he's accredited with. And if you don't know what the Sinister Six is, look it up.
I have a picture of it.
It's really cool BMW that they built for Alpine when he worked back at Alpine. So with Brownie. But anyways, now you guys are up to date with what is happening in the 12-volt industry. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you had a good time. And that's all we got. See you guys later. Fade to black.
Bye, guys.